So, a bit of an introduction to the best girl meta in the first series of Steins Gate, before we get into the meta of Steins Gate 0. Kurisu wins. That's it. Yes, as much as Kana Hanazawa at her most Kana Hanazawa-ness and the rest of the girls in the original Steins Gate tried, you just can't beat the Science Tsundere. It wasn't much competition considering she was the only girl in the original Steins Gate who got more than a sentence worth of useful dialogue. However, Steins Gate 0 comes along with a special condition. So now there's all to play for, and it's going to be interesting. Starting with Mayuri, she was favoured as the most likely candidate going into 0. Kerma spent the entirety of the original Steins Gate trying to keep her alive, so she might as well do something impactful. Well, of course, she returns for her trademark Tutaru, and in honour of Okabe's PTSD, I made this abomination. Yes, she gets a lot of character development throughout the series, and even, Haruhi forbid, tries to have a role that isn't dying for once. But she's still sidelined, and that doesn't do her good in the long run. Okay, a controversial opinion time. The worst girl of the OG Steins Gate was Faris. Why? Because she just comes off as annoying. Not to the extent that I want to tear my ears out, but she just appears, has a relatively short form arc, then buggers off. Thankfully, Zero pairs her with Ruka, a character who had a similar role in the previous series, and by having two characters have a small dynamic between each other, it makes the two characters more interesting than they could have ever been alone. But they still can't hold the spotlight for more than 20 seconds, so who's driving this narrative if it's not them or Mayuri? Well, that would be...
スタッフルームってどこかしら?
The more legal of Steins Gate's two lollies, Maho proves that size doesn't matter, but does she fill a Kurisu-sized hole? She serves an interesting counterpoint to Kurisu in how she gets shit done. Maho has her tsundere moments, but not to the extent of taking half a minute of yelling Baka at Kyoma before anything can happen. This could be seen as an improvement to a lot of people. Myself not included, I crave dem blushes. But her role in the plot is to introduce the literal replacement for Kurisu of the series. That sentence didn't make any grammatical sense, but the show needs a plot doohickey to prevent it from running into worse pacing issues than a broken defibrillator. Thankfully, we have a program with Kurisu's memories by the name of Amadeus, because making chatbots out of your dead loved ones is always a good plan. I mean, look at that episode of Black Mirror, they all turned out fine there, but she's not actually Kurisu. Instead of going full tsundere, she goes partial tsundere, and partial brutally honest, which worked with Senju Kuhara, so I'm fine with it. However, there is also the moral conflict faced by Kyoma and subsequently the audience. We know she isn't Kurisu. We know that she can never replace her, and that everything she's doing is merely an algorithm's attempt to replicate a human being, to try and serve an overseeing body that doesn't care about them. Yeah, that there is no other way I can explain Amadeus. Roll the clip again.
I'm frightened, I don't want to die, don't...
Controversial opinion number 2. Suzuha has kind of lost her groove. Part of the appeal of her character in the original was the fact that she was a cute girl on the surface, hiding this earth-breaking twist that she's a time traveller. But her personality here goes from semi-cutesy to serious military figure. However, we do get some funny moments between her and Daru, thankfully with less undertones of incest. I will also use this time to say that Yuki had no hope of becoming new best girl, but her date episode with Daru is kinda cute, and the Moe Moe Kyun line is genuinely one of the best lines in the show. Of course, the gaping exception of everything that Leskinen says. But of course, best girl is none of these people, because with Kurisu out the picture, it allows the overlooked characters to shine. And who else could snatch the crown of best girl than the one who has the word Moe in their name? In the original Steins Gate, Mirko was actually one I kind of liked. Of course, that was until episode 13. Running into the lab and killing everyone could be seen as a bit of a turn-off. However, in 0, she's less psychotic and thirsty for the person who's giving the orders, because that role's gone to Kaguri. Oh, and as a side note, Kaguri's only like a 3 out of 10. Too many mummy issues. Now Moeka are a good guy, adorably shy, and they caress dem pie. And so, I crown Moeka Steins Gate 0's best girl. Plot twist! 0 takes place within the events of the first Steins Gate, and was all just a giant prequel for my Mayuri slapped Okabe. Kurisu's still alive, she's still best girl, and if she's not, then it's Leskinen.